Hi, my name is Joan Bushman and I work at the Hudson Public Library. I would like to show you how to make this cool snake out of rat tail cord and some macrame knots. I first saw this project, it was made out of paracord, but I liked using rat tail cord because it makes the snake nice and silky. So it's kind of a fun little snake. This craft is available at the time that I'm filming this, which is October 16th. I have some kits available for you at the library that you can pick up, and it'll have all the supplies that you need in it. It's upstairs by the children's desk in a box marked YouTube Crafts, and it's for children 8 and up. It's a little too complicated for anybody younger than that, but if you're 8 and older, give it a try. So here is what your snake is going to look like. What you need in the kit, you will have 9 feet of 2 different colors of cord. I selected brown and gold. Was inspired by seeing a fox snake that looked just like this. One day I was at a friend's house and I opened the door to leave, and outside on the porch was a fox snake looking right at me. It was kind of creepy, but kind of cool. So anyways, inspired by the fox snake, I selected gold and brown rat tail cord. There's 9 feet of each kind, and they are fused together. Now, if you're making your own kit, if you're doing this on your own without a kit I've already provided for you, you're gonna need a parent to fuse these 2 pieces of cord together with a lighter. Not something you should do if you're a kid. Ask mom or dad or somebody to do that for you, okay? So you need that. You also need another small length of cord. This is just about 6 inches. It doesn't matter what color it is because it's going to get covered up by knots. And then you need a real small piece of cord to be the tongue for your snake. You also need something to use for eyes. I have this whole sheet of gems. I like to put gems on mine, but you could also do googly eyes. You need a ruler. You need a pencil, scissors, Scotch tape, and glue. I think that's about it. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do this. It's kind of fun. Okay, to get started, we're going to take our cord, fold it in half, whole thing, make a loop on the end. You're going to take the part that's fused together and have it off to the side a little bit, but close to the top. So, like that. You're going to take your pencil and you're going to put that loop over it, and then you're going to pull all of this string through to attach it to the pencil. This is actually going to be the head of your snake, this loop part right here. So then I'm going to take a little piece of tape just to keep it attached to the pencil, like that. Now we want to go 12 inches down. So this is the head. It's actually getting flipped over and put the other way. We want to go 12 inches down. So that's how long our snake is going to be. If you make it too much longer than that, you might run out of cord. So 12 to 13 inches. And then we're going to tie a knot around the hook. Just pulling that all through. There we go. Let's see, did I do it? Oh, I got more like 13. So I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter. Make it a little bit shorter. Hopefully, make it a little bit shorter. Still 13. Good enough. All right. So now I'm going to straighten this out. Make it nice and flat. One color on each side. I'm going to separate my colors up here. We're going to start making our knots. So, to begin with, our first knot, and there's only 2, so it's actually pretty easy. For our first knot, we're going to take the cord that's on the left side, and we're going to cross it over the top of the 2 middle cords. So I've got my gold cord going over the top. Now I'm going to take my dark brown cord and I'm going to go over that gold cord. So it's kind of like making a 4. And then I'm going to take the dark brown, go over the gold, then under the 2 center cords and up through this loop. There's so much cord. Forgive me that it takes such a long time to pull it through. We're going to pull it tight, and there you go. Made the first knot. Now, the next knot is to just take the cord on the right hand side, go over the 2 center cords, and up through the loop. Super easy. Pull it all the way through, pull it tight, and there you go. And making this snake is just doing those same things over and over again. So now we're back to the first knot. You do want to keep this center part nice and straight. So again, you make the 4, the brown cord goes over, the gold cord goes over the brown string, and then under the center strings and up through that loop. Pull, pull, pull. Pull this one down tight. Pull that together. Now we're ending up with the dark brown cord going over the center cords and up through the loop. It's kind of nice if you can bunch them up when they're this long. And pull it tight. And you just keep going. So always on the left side, you're making the 4 that goes over the middle. On the right side, you're taking that cord, going over that cord, under, and through the loop. Pull there. And the second part is the simple one where you're basically just wrapping the cord from the right side over to the left, making a loop, going through, and pulling it. And you just keep on going, making these knots, alternating all the way down till you get to the bottom. It looks like just a mess of cord, doesn't it? Oh, and sometimes they do get knotted, like this one is. I will detangle that. There you go. I'll show you one more time. And then I'll just go ahead and make all my knots and show you what we do when we get down to the bottom. There you go. So when you've made enough knots that you've gotten all the way down to where your pencil was attached, you just slide your pencil out and that leaves you with a loop like this. And that loop is going to be your snake's head. So this is where you want to take your small piece of cord, doesn't matter what color it is, because it's going to get covered up by knots, and you're going to fold it and fold it again until it fits inside that loop. To make it a little easier to work with, I'm going to take a little piece of Scotch tape and just wrap that up so it sticks together a little bit. And then I'm going to put it in there. So now we need to make knots to join these together. And you start with the original knot that you did, where you make your 4. This is actually a square knot. And then you go, over the 4, and then under all of these cords together. I'm trying to show you, but tricky. So you go under all of those cords and through. This just looks a mess, doesn't it? All right. You just can see how tricky this can be. I'm going to pick them up together, come under it, and pull it through. That one's over, that one's under, and hopefully this is going to join it all together. And I'm going to slide this down a little bit and pull. So you can see it's a little hard to get it started, but there we go. We've started attaching them. So that's actually in there now. I've got part of it in there. Now we're going to make that knot, but you're going to do it from the other side. So you're going to come over here, make your 4. You're going to take this one and go under. The brown one's on top, the gold one's underneath. Again, you're going to pull it, pull both, and there you go. Now we go on opposite sides. So you've done left, right, now you're doing left again, so the brown one goes over, the gold one comes under and through, and after this stitch I'm going to show you what's happening on the other side of your snake. So you can see that we've gone from making a pattern to a single color. And this turned out really well because I like the snake to have a gold head. So now we're on this side. Go over with the brown, the dark brown, take the gold, go over on this side, but under the head, and pull it tight. There you go again, you can see. So you're just going to keep doing that, switching sides. The dark one over the head, the light one over the dark one, but under and through. When they're long like this, it's really hard to keep them right. So just remember, over the head with one cord, under the head with the other cord. So this is the bottom of your snake, unless you want it to be the top. I prefer this as the top of my snake. And when we're all done, you'll see it. The next thing you want to do is give your snake a tongue. And you've got a little piece of red cord, and I'm going to put it here and weave it in. Then the tongue will show on that side. I guess it doesn't really matter what side you put the tongue on. Not sure. Because it's really going to get covered up by your weave. If you don't like this idea, or even to help yourself, you could add a little tacky glue to hold it in there. So we're making our weave, we're going over. It does make it slightly more complicated to try and weave the tongue in, but you can do it. So over with the dark cord, maybe I'll wait till I have the knot totally done. Over with the dark cord, the gold cord goes over the brown, and then under the head, up and through the loop, and then before I tighten it completely, I'm going to stick the tongue in there, and then I'm going to pull tight. Okay, so I've got it a little bit attached. I'm going to make another knot, switching sides. So over with the dark brown, the gold over the dark brown, under the head. Uh-oh, came out. That's all right, I still have time to attach it. And if it doesn't get attached, I'll use glue. I hope that watching me struggle with this shows you that, yeah, it's not that easy, but it can be done. All right, stay. Okay. Now the other side. I'm determined to make this work. Over with the brown, up with the gold. Through the loop, through the head, oops, under. Yay, I got another one, yay. Over with the dark brown, we're gonna go all the way to the end here. Go. And I think I can make one more knot. Let's look at the other side of the head. Yep, so we'll try to make one more knot to cover that up a little bit more. So over with the brown. The gold over the edge. Oh no, look, my tongue came out. That's it. It's gonna have to be glue. Well, maybe I can loosen my stitches. Slide it in. How about if I leave it hanging out a little bit? And then I can always trim that and stick a little glue in there. Okay, I'm going to try one more knot, see if I can make it happen. If not, we'll just cut it there, but we'll see. Over with the brown. Gold is over the brown, then under and through. All right, excellent, excellent. Here's the head, tongue sticking out. Good job. So now we're actually just going to cut the ends with your scissors, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, and that's going to hold it tight. Okay, so I got my scissors and my glue. I'm just going to trim it off right there, as close as I can get. I'm going to stick a little glue here and here and there. This will dry clear. I'm actually going to use my fingers to get it in there. I'm also going to trim the red cord. Tuck it in there a little bit. And then I'm just going to let that dry. Then we'll put the eyes on after this dries. Okay, so I think that's dried enough now. I'm going to slip it off the hook, and here's the snake. So you can see this is what I'm going to have the top of my snake be. That's the bottom. You could do either pattern. Looks like I made a little mistake in here. There's kind of a strange part in there, but that's all right. You can kind of bend your snake around. It needs a couple eyes. So I have a sheet. I have a lot of variety of choices here. What color eyes do I want to give it? You could also you could glue some googly eyes on it. I kind of like the shiny gems. If you're working with one of the kits from the library, I gave you gems. I think I'm going to go with green. So these have self-adhesive little glue dots on them already. So I am just going to stick those eyes on my snake, and that's going to make it look real, I think. There you go. Here's your snake. Pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this project. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hudson Public Library. Follow us on Facebook. The YouTube channel has story times and interviews with scientists and more craft projects like this. Check out the Take and Make crafts at the library. And thanks.